Two mothers, two heartbreaks, and one shattered family the world once thought was unbreakable. Christine's tears fell the day her daughter left. Janelle's silence echoed louder the day she buried her son. But what if both moments weren't tragedy, but transformation? In 2025, the Sister Wives family stands divided, love lost, faith fractured, yet somehow, redemption blooms from the ashes. And by the end of this story, one question will change everything. What if losing him was the only way they found themselves? Tonight, we follow Christine's heartbreak and Janelle's rebirth. Two women rewriting their stories, while Kody Brown fades.
And of course all of my children. But I think we're in an impasse here because this healing can only happen on their terms only.
Marriage. Christine, Janelle, Robin, Mary, and Kody Brown living under one belief, one roof, one dream. But when the dream began to crack, the children felt it first. I was angry, really angry at my dad. That anger would soon define an entire generation of the Brown family. Mykelti called and said she's moving across the country. I said, I'm happy for you, but I was lying. After years of holding the family together, Christine faced a new loss, her daughter moving away with husband Tony and their children. For Christine, it was a second goodbye, first to Kody, now to the child who once called her home base. You think you've done your job as a mom until they go and you realize you're not needed anymore. While Christine's heart broke in Utah, Janelle's daughter Maddie was fighting her own battle in North Carolina, a battle not with distance, but with disappointment. He wasn't there when I needed him. I stopped calling. I stopped trying. For years, Kody Brown was the patriarch who preached unity. Now, even his daughters say they barely know him. Maddie said what we all felt, he chose Robin over everyone else. Was this the moment the Sister Wives' legacy truly ended? Kody once dreamed of building homes for all his wives on one land, but today, his daughters are scattered across states, each one carrying a different version of their father in their memory. He used to be the center of everything. Now, he's the reason they don't come home. They're still sisters by name, but distance has a way of rewriting love. And when Christine saw Mykelti packing for the move, fans say it was the first time they saw real grief on her face, not over Kody, but over what was left of the family. But the story didn't end there, because what fans didn't know was that the distance between the daughters was planned. We decided it was healthier to set boundaries to protect the kids from the drama. In a stunning turn, Christine herself admitted to encouraging distance not out of anger, but out of love, a protective mother trying to shield her grown children from the chaos she once endured. But the internet didn't see it that way. Christine keeping the kids from Kody isn't right. She's just protecting her peace. Maddie cut him off because he never called anyway. Lines were drawn. Sisters chose sides. The family fractured for good. In the end, the Sister Wives didn't lose their family, they redefined it. Each daughter found peace in her own corner of the world, and Christine found strength in letting go. If they're happy, that's what matters now, even if I miss them every day. For the Brown family, estrangement wasn't an ending. It was a beginning of healing. Do you believe Christine did the right thing by encouraging distance? Or should she have fought to keep them together? Tell us what you think in the comments below. Part 2. For years, Janelle Brown was the quiet powerhouse behind the Sister Wives family. The steady hand, the peacemaker, the woman who believed she could hold them all together. But love built on sharing was destined to split. By 2023, Janelle's patience had run out. After endless arguments, favoritism, and years of spiritual neglect, she finally said the words millions of viewers never expected. And with that, Janelle began a new chapter 1 that would test every ounce of her resilience. Then came the unthinkable. Her beloved son Garrison was gone. The Brown family was fractured long before his passing, but this loss cut through every wall, every grudge. It was grief that no mother should face. But even in her sorrow, Janelle made a decision that would define her future to turn pain into purpose. They called it Garrison's Grove, a sanctuary built not on television dreams, but on real roots, a memorial farm dedicated to her late son, where healing grows from the soil. But this wasn't just therapy, it was transformation. Janelle poured her savings into the project, planting trees, renovating barns, and creating a place where veterans, young men, and families could connect the way Garrison once did. This farm isn't about sadness, Janelle explained softly. It's about continuing what he stood for: kindness, community, purpose. From the ashes of loss, she built something that no one could take away. With Garrison's Grove thriving, Janelle began rebuilding her own life this time, on her own terms. From RV living to entrepreneur, the reinvention of Janelle Brown. She started a wellness brand focused on women over 40, launched a small organic product line, and began hosting online motivation sessions for single moms. I'm stronger now than I've ever been. Janelle smiles on Instagram Live. Fans watched as she transformed from a quiet second wife into a bold, independent woman, something that once seemed impossible under Kody's control. Janelle's glow-up is real. She's finally living her story. But behind the new home, new business, and new confidence lies a secret decision fans never saw coming. Because Garrison's Grove wasn't meant to be just a memorial. In late 2025, documents revealed that Janelle had quietly registered the property as a nonprofit foundation, a future retreat for families grieving loss. If this farm can bring even one mother peace after losing a child, then Garrison's spirit will live forever. It was never about leaving Kody behind. It was about creating something that would outlast him. Kody should have helped her. He's been silent through all of this. Janelle did more for her family than he ever did. Once again, Janelle's strength became the mirror, showing what Kody's legacy could have been and what hers truly is. In every seed she plants, in every breeze that sweeps through the leaves, Garrison's memory lives on. He loved the earth. I think he'd be proud to know I'm still taking care of it for him. For Janelle, love no longer means obedience. It means freedom, family, and forgiveness. And as the world moves on from the sister wives story, one woman stands rooted stronger than ever. Because sometimes, when you lose everything, you finally find yourself. Do you think Janelle's farm is the start of her new legacy? Or is she still healing from the pain Kody left behind? Let us know in the comments below. Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. For years, America watched as Kody Brown led 4 wives under one belief: unity, faith, and shared love. But behind the cameras, cracks grew wider than any Utah canyon. The dream of one big family wasn't just broken, it was abandoned. Christine Brown was the first to walk away, calling time on a 27-year spiritual marriage. Her reason? I deserve to be happy. And soon after, Janelle followed. Since polygamy was decriminalized in Utah in 2020, each sister-wife's departure became a public and legal redefinition of spiritual marriage. Itself, no divorce papers, but final goodbyes all the same. Christine's confessional plays. I was tired of being last. I wanted to matter again. While Christine built a new life in Utah, her daughters faced choices of their own. Mykelti moved across the country with Tony and their kids, leaving her mother both proud and heartbroken. Christine, watching Mykelti's family drive away, she whispers, I didn't think she'd go that far. At the same time, Janelle's daughter Maddie spoke publicly for the first time, revealing the anger she'd buried for years. He wasn't there when I needed him. Eventually, I stopped trying. Fans react on Reddit. Maddie said what we've all been thinking for a decade. Kody lost the respect of his kids before he lost his wives. The fractures ran deeper than faith, deeper than marriage. The sister wives' children weren't just growing up. They were walking away. Then the family's silence shattered. In early 2024, Janelle's son, Garrison Brown, was gone. Christine and Janelle embracing at the memorial, tears streaming. The tragedy brought cameras to a halt, fans to tears, and even Kody to his knees at least, for a moment. But for Janelle, grief became something else entirely, a call to rebuild. We watched her lose everything, and yet she stood taller than ever. From heartbreak came purpose, from loss a legacy. Drone shots of rural Arizona sunrise, wooden barns, saplings planted, gentle wind. She called it Garrison's Grove, a memorial farm built on his memory, a place for peace, for community, for mothers who've lost children. But the farm wasn't just about grief. It was about growth. He loved to build things, so I decided to build something for him, something that lasts. It was Janelle's quiet defiance turning pain into purpose, while her ex remained distant and defensive. She invested her own money, her time, and her heart. Public records later confirmed Garrison's Grove was registered as a nonprofit foundation dedicated to youth mentorship and mental health awareness. She's doing what Kody never did, creating real change. This is what strength looks like after loss. Didn't know was that Christine quietly helped fund the first phase of Garrison's Grove. 2 women who once shared a husband, now sharing a purpose. In exclusive fan reports, Christine donated proceeds from her Cooking with Christine digital brand to help Janelle's memorial farm. A silent sisterhood formed between the 2 women, once torn apart by faith, now united by love. They don't need Kody anymore, they have each other. This is the ending we never saw coming. From estrangement came empowerment, from sister wives to sisters in healing. Christine baking with her grandkids, Janelle tending her garden, Maddie and Mykelti video calling from different states. The sister wives' dream began as a man's story, but in the end, it became the women's. Christine found peace and independence. Janelle found purpose in grief. And together, they found freedom in finally choosing themselves. Sociologists call it post-faith reclamation, when women once bound by shared belief rebuild identity through loss, but fans simply call it strength. 10 years ago, reality TV made them wives. Today, reality itself made them whole. The sister wives didn't end with Kody's fall. They began with Christine's tears and Janelle's roots. Old TLC clips fade like memories, children laughing in Las Vegas, Christine cooking, Janelle managing finances, and Kody sketching Coyote Pass plans. Before the fractures, there was laughter. Before the silence, there was song. 2012. The Browns moved to Las Vegas. The kids still believed in forever. 2016. Cracks appear. The older children start leaving home. 2020. Pandemic isolation turns small cracks into fault lines. 2022. Christine walks away, and the house of faith becomes a house divided. Every year brought another goodbye, but some wounds didn't bleed, they faded quietly, until nothing was left but distance. And soon, that distance would define them more than faith ever did.